A very good evening to you. This is Y254 News Highlights. My name is Christine Kiai.
And my name is Abdul Razak Kingutia. These are the stories we have for you today.
The National Police Service has released photographs of 6 individuals with suspected links to the Al-Shabaab terror group. Police say the 6 are part of a network that has been recruiting Kenyan citizens into the illegal group. Abdullahi Josokotola, Hassan Jasokotola, Hamisi Swale Abdallah, Hassan Abdallah Muhis, aka Hassan Kuku, James Kimanthi Masai alias Rafat, and Rama Mbwana Mbwega are currently under the police radar, with security agencies calling on members of the public to volunteer any information on their whereabouts to the authorities.
Funeral arrangements for the late former powerful cabinet minister Nicholas Biwott are underway following his demise yesterday. Popularly known among Kenyans as Total Man, the remains of former KEO South lawmaker are currently lying at the Lee Funeral Home ahead of the burial, and the date is to be announced much later.
Moving on to political matters, the proposal by Sarah Serem-led Salaries and Remuneration Commission on salary cuts for state officers continues to draw varied reactions, with Machakos Governor Dr. Alfred Mutua saying he was ready to even take a further pay cut. The endorsement as political players intensified their campaigns in an attempt to popularize their respective bids.
Na mimi naona hata hiyo Serem ameteremsha, hajateremsha ya kutosha, ateremshe zaidi. Kwa sababu viongozi unampigia kura akakuhudumie, siye awe tajiri. Mimi niko tayari kuchukua mshahara hata wa chini zaidi.
Na imefanyika at the right time because sasa wakati tukichaguliwa tukienda kwa the next phase, itakuwa ni kama unaanza kazi upya na uwezi sema nilikuwa nina hani so much and umepunguza mshahara wangu. Itakuwa ni kama tunaanza. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni sawa kabisa.
Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Ambassador Amina Mohammed and her transport counterpart James Macharia have assured Kenyans that elections will go on as planned on the 8th of August, saying any attempts to postpone the exercise will not be accepted. This even as Mbeere North MP Muriuki Njagagwa accused the High Court of deliberately stopping the printing of presidential ballot papers in an attempt to delay the elections.
There's no other basic law that we have. We have one constitution, and the constitution has clearly indicated the date of the election.
That's when you've had the installation of key democratic and constitutional, institutions. The last 4 years, whether it's judicially, whether it's IBC, all institutions have actually taken root. So you cannot compare this election with what we had maybe in the past few years, because now we are talking about mature democracy and mature institutions. And that's a background which will give us confidence that we go to this election with institutions in place, and therefore things will actually work themselves out to a successful election.
There should be no anxiety about or uncertainty, as you said, about the elections. I think Kenyans are not voting for the first time. They have voted many times before. They actually know how to vote. And I think if you judge from what happened in our history, we really have not had election violence except for 2007, 2008.
We have listened very carefully to the president and including the opposition. As was mentioned by our sister here, they are all very clear that the intention is to make sure the elections are held on 8th. Therefore, my appeal to all of us, including yourselves who are looking at me, is to go out of our way and do that what it takes to make sure these elections are held as stipulated in the Constitution.
So why are they splitting hairs? That one, for presidential ballot papers, you must consult the public and consult the contestants. And for other positions, they are saying, fine, you need not consult the contestants. That is, to begin with, a bias.
An NCA aspirant in Embu County has been hospitalized after he was allegedly attacked at a campaign rally. Maurice Nyaga alias Kolo, who is vying for the Kirimari ward position on a Jubilee Party ticket, is said to have been hit on the forehead with a microphone before collapsing unconsciously.
I not joke with my life. My life is my life with na politics ziko mbali sana. Hiyo sitakubali, The doctor has the report.
Kama watu wa baba moja hatutaki kupigana, kwa maana baba yetu ni moja, Abraham. Kwa hivyo sisi tunataka siasa ya amani, hatutaki siasa ya kivitina.
Hii ni siasa duni, siasa ambayo haina misingi. Tunataka tuwaelezee wanasiasa ya kuwa Waislamu hawajui siasa ya kidini.
5 more people have been killed in Kinanduba area along Meru-Isiolo border following a brewing dispute between 2 warring communities, bringing to 15 the number of people killed so far. Area Member of Parliament Kubai Iringo and a section of religious leaders are now calling on residents to exercise tolerance and embrace reasonable ways of conflict resolution.
Nyumba imeshomwa, maduka na maboma za watu, na saa hii dakika hii tunaongea, wazazi wengi wale tuko na wao hapa wanalalamika kwa sababu wengi wao walikuwa wameenda kufanya kazi. Wakiwa wanafanya kazi, mtu wa wakati alisikia mlio wa bunduki alianza tu kukimbia, akawacha watoto wale wachanga wale hawaendagi shule.
This regional committee urges all Kenyans to be fully committed to pray for the nation as we approach the elections. Let each one of us take time each day to pray and reflect on the words of our national anthem that says, "O God of all creation, bless this our land and nation."
Perennial water problems in Baringo County are set to be relegated to the annals of history following the successful completion of a waterhole project in the region. 70 boreholes are now operational and the crucial commodity is within reach of the residents. Up next, we have international news.
US President Donald Trump's son says his father was unaware of a meeting between him and a Russian lawyer who said she could help his election campaign. The messages were the latest disclosure to check the ongoing investigation into Russia's interference in the election and potential collusion with the Trump's campaign. Up next is sports updates, so don't go away.
Spanish side Real Sociedad have acquired Manchester United player Adnan Januzaj for an agreed fee of £9.8 million. That's all we had for you today on Y254 News Highlights. Thank you so much for staying tuned. My name is Christine Kiai.
And I'm Abdul Razak Ngutia, wishing you a good night.